my beautiful, amazing souls. And welcome to another Friday night Tarot and Chill. Tonight we are going to be sharing messages about our path and our purpose, as well as connecting with the amazing energy of this full moon, Christmas, New Year's season, as well as any other holidays that are celebrated in this time. This is a season of change. This is a season of remembrance, of recognizing where we've been throughout the year and celebrating the many joys that we have in this moment. So, for those of you joining in this space, we will be doing some collective messages for Tarot and Chill. And before we get started, I'd like to just give us an opportunity to drop down into our heart spaces. We're going to do just a short guided meditation, and then we'll dive straight into the messages here for you. So as you feel called, I invite you to look around your room and pick out one thing in the room that you're grateful for.
Hey, Kristen.
Yeah. Yep.
Before you go into the meditation, you are completely frozen.
I'm completely frozen. Yeah, that's because I'm not over in Zoom, right?
So you're frozen on YouTube as well.
Oh, yeah. Hello. I'm back now.
Yay. Okay. Continue.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What an interesting day it has been. What an interesting evening. What an interesting broadcast. This is just, one of those moments where we remember that everything is practice and we're always showing up in the best ways that we can, and that's what counts. So thank you guys for showing up with me today, and thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting yourself. And let's dive straight into that meditation. So we'll go and just inviting you to look around the room and find one thing that you're grateful for. Find one thing that really excites you, one thing that makes you smile, and just really bring forward that gratitude. Why does this thing make you smile? Why does this thing bring you joy? And just allowing that joy to really grow in your heart space as we drop into our center by taking a nice gentle breath in and releasing, letting the weight fall from our shoulders, dropping our tongues from the roof of our mouth, and giving you a moment to really tune into your breath. What's your breath doing? Are you breathing deeply, or is it a bit shallow today? What does it feel like when you take a full extended breath and that exhale release? I'm just inviting you to notice the gentle movements of your breath. The rise and the fall of your chest. And the energy that breathing brings into your body, and what it exhales, releasing out to the world. And just for a moment, I invite you to place your hands over your heart if you feel called. And continue taking breaths in your own space in a way that works for you. And remembering that gratitude that we have for the thing in our room. And now with each breath, allowing that gratitude to grow in your heart. Maybe you pull forward now a person that you have gratitude for, somebody who's helped you along your journey, someone who's made a difference. And allow this gratitude to expand and to grow into the space around you. Holding gratitude for our neighbors, our family, and our friends, the people we have yet to meet along our path, and for the many lessons that we have learned along the way. Now I invite you to bring forward one thing that you'd like to release in this space, one thing that you'd like to let go of. It's something that you've been holding on to. It's weighing you down. It's no longer serving you. I invite you to bring it forward, and you can just imagine holding it in your hands now directly in front of you, as though you're holding this, whatever it is that you're releasing in your hands, as an object or an energy. And just taking a few moments to allow yourself to bring this energy forward. Like I said, an object or an energy in your hands, something that you're releasing today. It's no longer serving you. It's weighing you down on your path. It's distracting you from where you're meant to be. And so with a nice gentle breath in and release, you can give this energy back to Gaia, back to the universe, to be recycled and renewed. Beautiful. And just allowing this energy to continue to expand in your space and in your chest as you take another gentle breath in. Wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes, wiggling our knees and our nose, and opening our eyes whenever we are ready. Today, I have a collective message to get us started, and I want to read this message directly from the book for you. It's from the Osho Zen Tarot, and the card that we have today is card number 10, which is change. The symbol in this card is an enormous wheel representing time, fate, karma, galaxies spinning round this constantly moving circle. And the 12 signs of the zodiac appear on its circumference. Just inside the circumference are the 8 trigrams of the I Ching, and even closer to the center are the 4 directions, each illuminated by the energy of lightning. The spinning triangle is at this moment pointed upward towards the divine, and the Chinese symbol of yin and yang, male and female, creative and receptive, lies at the center. It has often been said that only the unchanging thing in the world is change itself. Life is continuously changing, evolving, dying, and being reborn. All opposites play a part in this vast circular pattern. If you cling to the edge of the wheel, you get dizzy. Move towards the center of the cyclone and relax, knowing that this too will pass. Life repeats itself mindlessly unless you become mindful. It will go on repeating like a wheel. That's why Buddhists call it the wheel of life and death, the wheel of time. It moves like a wheel. Birth is followed by death. Death is followed by birth. Love is followed by hate, and hate is followed by love. Success followed by failure, and failure followed by success. Just see. If you can watch for a few days, you will see a pattern emerging, a wheel pattern. One day, a fine morning, you are feeling so good and happy, and another day, you are so dull and dead that you start thinking of committing, well, that's a bit intense. And just the other day, you were so full of life, so blissful that you were feeling thankful to God that you were in the mood of deep gratefulness. And today, there's a great complaint that you don't even see the point why one should go on living. Are they calling me out? Right? Okay. Sorry. And it goes on, but you don't see the pattern. Once you see the pattern, you can get out of it. Whew. All right. This is so funny because this has been a really big theme in my own life, is this wheel, this pattern of the waking life. Because once you become conscious, once you become aware and you live in mindfulness, you can't help but see yourself truly for who you are, and your patterns, whether they be good or bad or indifferent, either the same. You see the things it is in your life that need changing, or that you're lacking in showing up for yourself, or that you're overabundant in, or life becomes clear to you. And then you're in this really beautiful but also tricky place of being able to make change, because it's not so easy whenever you live your life in these patterns day to day, and then one day it becomes clear that these patterns are no longer serving you, or that you simply don't want to live by these patterns anymore. To make a new pattern in your brain takes conscious effort. To make a new pattern in your life takes conscious effort. You can't just wake up one day and say, right, I'm going to drop this and go in this direction, and it's going to just immediately take hold and work. It takes consistency. It takes falling backwards. It takes going a million miles backwards just to take 2 steps forward in the long run. But in the long run, you still made those 2 steps forward. And so um, there's just this really beautiful message of being who you are with authenticity, and not being judgmental of who you are or what you are, neither good nor bad, not clinging to an idea of who you are or what you need to be, but rather going into this center, this place of nothingness, so that you can then become everything. It opens up the doors of possibility. And where you're at right now is in this really interesting place of being curious about new adventures, but being weighted down by the stuff that you've let go of. Your path has been arduous, it has been long, it has been a journey, one not for the faint of heart. And you're in this unfolding pattern because you're gaining consciousness more and more each day, that I feel this letting go is the key to moving forward. But yet we cling to this letting go, these things that we've used to define ourselves up until this point, or to motivate ourselves. It's like when the thing inside of you that motivates you changes, what do you do? What do you do when your motivation is no longer in the same direction that it's been? It's it's a devastation, because everything you've put your time and energy into has been moving you in this direction, but it's for the point of letting go, so that you can go on this new adventure, because life is not meant to be stuck and stagnant and stale and be the same thing all the time. You're not meant to wake up every single day and do your thing and have it be perfect just so, but rather life is supposed to happen, and it's about how you navigate, how you interact with, how you respond to, how you show up for life and the things. There's a final message here about feeling really lonely, feeling quite alone in this time. And so the possibilities that are around you are just not as visible, not as bright. So keep going, keep believing in yourself. You have completed a cycle. Know that if you take nothing else from this, that you have completed the cycle, and you are moving into the new places. You are letting go of the past. It's just not for it's like, sorry, honey, but you're going down kicking and screaming. That past is not going down quietly. It's going down roaring, but it is going. So you are fighting the good fight, and you are winning the good battles. Just may not be seeing it right now. So, okay, that's my long-winded message. I'm going to pass the talking stick over to Amanda and say hi to May. Hi, May. Thanks for joining.
You guys, that was so beautiful, Kristen. Like, that was like so perfect, because I was feeling like that today. So thank you for telling me that I completed the cycle, because I'm like, holy shit. Thank you. That really resonated. So thank you so much. That really meant a lot. I don't know if it was for me, but it really resonated with me. So yeah.
It was for you. It was divine timing.
Oh, that was great. I'm so thankful. I totally forgot that today was Friday. So I'm happy that I showed up. You guys are all amazing. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, go ahead, Amanda. I'm ready for your message.
That message was on point. Sorry, Amanda. I didn't realize you were gonna start speaking. But intense. But you beautifully, eloquently summarize like the meaning of life. Like, honestly.
This deck is deep. if you're going for the Osho's and tarot, you're diving in. Sweet.
Lala, did you dye your hair, Lala?
No.
Oh, I don't know why it looks blue in the lighting.
Oh, it's probably just the shine from the lighting.
Oh, okay. It looks really cool. I thought you dyed your hair. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's got like a bluey, purpley tinge to it tonight.
Huh. No, it's still the same.
All right, if everyone's ready, I just got one card for us tonight. So it is Visions of Life Beyond Death. And this is my Sacred Rebels Oracle. So I'm also going to read from the book because this one always has really nice messages in the book. So it says, Sacred vision is awakening within you. You're becoming blessed with the ability to truly see. To see what is real rather than what appears to be. This is true insight. What was once considered consequential may soon be found to hold little consequence after all. What was once dismissed as an irritation or irrelevance may be seen to have great spiritual significance. As mundane as something once appeared, it could now be worthy of absolute attention. The gift of genuine vision takes you into the being of the universal creator. This is sacred terrain, beyond logic, convention, and that which is limited in any way. The more open you are to receiving true vision, the more love you will feel and recognize within and around you. Something may appear to change form, to be shed, to be lost, or to die, but there is love within it always. Once I'm done reading this, I gotta share something with you guys because it pertains to this message and it's important. So this realization doesn't remove the pain of the loss. It does provide a way through which it can be healed and eventually transformed into peace. The vision of love, the truth of all that is, can move us more than anything else possibly can. If you've been wondering about your life path or whether you should take action on a project or you need inspiration to really move you out of a slump, then this oracle brings you a message of hope. You will receive your vision. You will be graced with a way out of the stagnancy. You will be able to see things differently and more accurately. Any confusion or uncertainty you have felt is going to pass, and you will be left with clear insight. The stories you've been feeding yourself, or telling yourself may end up looking different to how they appear now. This may surprise you, but the vision that is coming to you will be more truthful and therefore freeing. It will be worth the shock, surprise, or the moment of embarrassment when you realize you've been operating under a false assurance or deluding yourself about the truth of a situation. Those moments will pass, and they're not something to feel bad about. They signify that you are leaving behind the smaller view for a more expansive one. They're a sign that you have outgrown your old vision in order to live in a bigger one. This is good. There might be a moment when your ego feels a little bit dented, but sure enough, that too will pass. This oracle comes with additional guidance for you. You're watched over by life and held in protection. Whatever has been bothering you will not be able to harm you. You will prevail. If you're concerned that someone is getting away with something or blocking your path, and it seems there's nothing you can do about it, don't worry. The all-seeing eye of life perceives everything without exception. It is the universal mother with eyes not only in the back of her head, but in every living cell of life itself. She misses nothing, and the truth of her vision will always be met with justice, mercy, and wisdom. This oracle is also asking you to shift your perspective and look at an issue of concern a little differently. If you don't know how to do this, simply add the following statement to the end of the healing process below. I call upon the universal eye to show me the most helpful way to see this situation of concern now. In shifting how you look at things, the energy in what is beheld changes. You can see this with people. When you shame and judge someone, they react differently to when they are loved and encouraged. They may succeed nonetheless, but the journey to that success will be different. Looking at something through the eyes of love rather than fear can help us find our way more quickly, easily, and enjoyably. This oracle also comes with the additional message that your ability to perceive is expanding into truth. Your ability to be inspired and see the light in all things is unfolding. It must be nourished in your heart with loving acceptance because you're going to help others through your vision. Your art, apparently this part's really important, and how you choose to be in the world. The healing process will help you accept and anchor this developing gift. So, this is the healing process. Say aloud, I now release any fear I have associated with seeing truth, with seeing beyond the veil of illusion, or with my inner vision opening up from my heart, mind, and body. I release any wounding I have received in relation to what I have witnessed at any time, especially where it is based in the fearful responses of others. I ask that my vision be restored to its fullness through compassion and unconditional love. So be it. Then close your eyes. Imagine love pouring down from the universe straight into your head, reaching behind your eyes and feeling really good. When you've had enough of this, simply open your eyes and imagine you can breathe or exhale any excess energy gently out through them. Then you've finished your healing process. So, what this reminded me of today was this video I was sent earlier, and I have no idea who sent it to me, but I was sent this video of a praying mantis, and the praying mantis just looked like it was waking up and doing this big stretch. But as it did this big stretch, it actually released its skin, and I didn't know that praying mantises shed. And it just kind of like climbed out of its skin and moved on. And it said, all you need to do is make a big stretch to move on to bigger and better things. And so that's my message for so far.
Love it. Amazing, Amanda. I really highly resonated with that message quite a bit. These nights are always so special to me because I always feel like before we go live, it's always this like, oh, okay, tarot and chill. What's it gonna be? What are the messages? How are we going to work through? But then they always just come through it. Whatever it is that we're meant to hear is what comes out. And I love that about the space, that it doesn't have to be, there's no pressure for it to be anything other than exactly what it is. And I'm very grateful in the world for spaces like this in the world. So with that said, I have one card for us from my where'd it go? From my Egyptian Gods Oracle deck. So we have card number 27, which is Statet, which is Satet, fruitfulness. She is depicted as a woman. Hold on, let me get this so you can see. Oh, that ring light. Okay. She is depicted as a woman with the crown of Upper Egypt with two gazelle horns on top. Her name derives from she who pours, which symbolizes the floods of the Nile River. She who runs like an arrow, that is the current of the flowing river. In fact, she represents natural forces and phenomena. As goddess of fertility, she could signal to you the successful start of a new project or a new job. If you are in search of love, Satet can help you and answer your wishes. If you are already in a relationship, she can bring you stability or even marriage because she protects new projects. Okay, Satet. So just another sign for us to recognize that this is the end to the next beginning. Like this is the end. Now we're in the next beginning. So like if you haven't yet, for your own self, hold a ceremony, write a letter, burn it up, say thank you to the universe for everything that you have learned in this past chapter, because it's time to move on. It's time to move forward into this next beautiful chapter that's meant for you. And there's lots of energies around you that are supporting you moving into this. She who pours also reminds me of Kuan Yin, and it's this level of unconditional love that you are being called into for yourself, for your path. Do you feel like lately you've had no motivation to do any of the things that you know you should be doing? Do you feel like you just can't seem to show up as the person that you want to be? Do you feel like the world is just turned into something a bit darker than it once was in your heart? Well, my dear friend, I'm like a commercial for the light over here. Well, my dear friend, the light is for you because because it will blast out all of those cobwebby thoughts that are just so false and untrue. And it will tell you this pouring of unconditional love that you are perfect exactly as you are, even when you don't feel like doing the things, even when you can't get the motivation to show up, even when you can't figure out who it is you're supposed to be. You are still divinely loved, and that's what matters. I think as beings, as humans, we are constantly seeking out love and affection and gratitude or appreciation, and so we do things for others, or we seek out opportunities. It's interesting if you can drop into this place of just really unconditionally loving yourself no matter what. And it's not easy to hold for ages, but if you can find it and at least know what it feels like, then in those tough moments you can go back to it and be like, yeah, you know what, it's okay, I'm okay exactly where I am, even if everything's falling to pieces. I'm still okay. And I know I'm okay because the universe has my back. So that's it. That's my message for today. I don't actually know that we'll have a ton of long messages for tonight because I feel like it's really, I'm getting more of like the message in my mind to tell you guys to go do a new moon ritual, or sorry, not a new moon, a full moon ritual. I know the full moon's passed already, but we have this, okay, we have Christmas on the 25th. We have New Year's on the 1st. We had the solstice on the 21st. You have a sequence of 11, 7, and 3. And if you count from today to the New Year's, you've only got a few more days left. So,
And the palindrome of 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 on
yes.
the 31st, or
Yeah.
1, 2,
It's
3, 3,
actually
2, 1 or something.
1, 2,
no,
3, 2, 3.
it's actually fully 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
One,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so lots of really powerful energies that we've got going on right now. So hold ritual space for yourself, whether it's writing it down or burning it up or dancing it out or cleaning or whatever it is for you. But that's what I'm really getting the message for, is to encourage you to find a bit of that symbolic ritual to really sink in for yourself that the past is over and this new chapter is what's meant for you. And who are you meant to be in this new chapter? Write it for yourself, dream it for yourself, let it be from this new place of passion, wherever it's landed inside of you. Find that and let it grow. It's like, I feel called to share a personal example with you guys. I really love painting. It's something that brings me a lot of joy, and I know that whenever I'm in my really tough moments, that painting usually can bring me out, or it grounds me, or it helps me express myself, or whatever the case may be. And so this is something that I know about myself. And recently I went through a very dark period and I leaned on that. I was like, oh yeah, I know that if I sit down and I paint, this is going to make me feel better. It did not make me feel better. Didn't matter how I tried, what I did, nothing. It was not fulfilling that space inside of me. And I felt a bit broken for a moment because I was like, wow, this is a part of me that I've known for so long. It's always been something that brought me joy and it's not anymore. How do I move forward? How do I move from this? And then I thought for a moment, like, how silly of me to think that as a person who literally changes all the time, we are constantly evolving, that something would last forever within me. Like these little pieces are allowed to change is what I'm trying to say. And it's hard, but it's good. So through this unfolding, I just send you a lot of peace and a lot of unconditional love for you. And may you find it within yourself as well for your own path and your own purpose. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I've got. Does anybody else
Wow.
have any other messages?
I
Yeah, I
have
do wanna-
messages
I
that
do
go
wanna
along
point
with
out-
that. But go ahead,
I do
Amanda.
want to point out something before we continue with messages, though. So, New Year's Eve is this Sunday, which
Yeah.
means New Year's Day is not only a brand new month of a brand new year, but it's also a brand new day of a brand new week. And it is the day that Mercury gets out of the Gatorade.
Yes, finally. Woo-hoo.
So
Thank
it
God.
is it is a celestial full reset. Like this is a full cleansing of everyone's lives. You are starting out brand new in a brand new year. You can't ask for a better time to start fresh on new things.
Yeah,
So
for
if you're ever gonna do a ritual, this is the time to do a ritual.
yes.
Well, I have some messages as well. I was debating whether I was gonna go live and share messages, but Amanda so pointed out that, you know, other people may want to hear the messages, even though these cards I do feel are a bit personal, that they've been speaking to me from this deck. But it's interesting, and Jen, if you're still in here and listening, you'll know that this morning, and actually for the last couple of days, I've been pulling Three of Swords. So that has been hurtful, but the Page of Swords came out reversed this morning, and it came out today after the clarity from the readings earlier today. It's up right now. So I learned the knowledge or whatever it was that was the missing piece today. And I'm gonna definitely have to review and do your message, Amanda, really resonated a lot. But everybody's has so far. But so to go along with that, I did want to read from the book, but I also have a couple other cards that came out. And interestingly enough, like a couple of them were also similar to what Kristen was saying. So I do want to read that Page of Swords and the Hangman reversed, because you were talking about, you know, that feeling of like stagnation and stuckness and whatever. Well, that's the Hangman, right? And so now that Hangman is going to be coming out of reverse. You're going to be getting that momentum back to release that stuckness, and especially if you do that like a release ritual, for sure. So the Page of Swords, which is this one, the studious page with all these brilliant ideas. And so it says restless energy, curiosity, a thirst for information, learning new things, an apprentice or student, intellectual pursuits, ideas and reasoning, a messenger. Curious and intelligent, this page has a thirst for knowledge that seems unquenchable. She's an incredible quick study and quick-witted communicator. She's often compelled to share her many ideas or messages with others. At times, she's so talkative that it becomes too much for others to process, and her intense energy can come across as unsettled or even nervous. She suggests using an air of inventiveness in your current pursuit. Your goals will be met by walking a path of honest discovery, especially where others are concerned. Keep the light bulbs of curiosity turned on and cultivate a beginner's mindset as you strive to learn new things. Avoid falling into gossip or even arrogance with your communication. In shadow, this page can be all talk and no action. Remember that everyone who crosses your path has something specific to teach you, and that mirrors are all around. Remain open to unexpected lessons, share truthfully, and delight in every interaction. I learn and expand my consciousness and open up to new opportunities for my life. So I feel like it's like a great summary of like a lot of the things that Kristen just said. But keeping the curiosity mindset on, and like not focusing on the past and all the things that haven't come into fruition yet, but what about all the things that still can, and all it takes is one new inspiration and one new piece of knowledge that can unlock something that you didn't know before and change the trajectory of your whole where you're going in your journey, but also to keep the vision, because I'm also getting with the Hangman, I'll read that too, but we got the Two of Wands. So this is like holding that vision of what it is that you want your life to look like. And not like in an idealistic way of like, oh, I want to like New Year's intentions or whatever resolutions, like, oh, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be so rigid about every single thing that you're setting yourself up for judgment of yourself and ultimately failure because of the self-sabotage that you will create for yourself, right? So just hold that vision of possibilities, that curiosity, of the bright future that you are wanting to create, and being like the conscious creator that you are, designing that lifestyle of what that looks like in a way that flows for you. So I don't want to reiterate everything that Kristen said, but I felt like that, like those two cards kind of went on point with what she was saying. But the Hangman reverse, so this is like where we're coming out of the stuckness, right? So it says surrendering to the will of the cosmos. An intentional pause. Like this, I feel like this Mercury retrograde, especially, was an intentional pause for a lot of people, especially me, because I was aware of like the period of time, like something's happening. I'm working through shadow work here, and I'm just gonna become aware of it and take this as I'm not gonna do anything but celebrate the holidays, do whatever it feels good, and let this time period pass. An intentional pause. So it says reflection, letting go, embracing the new, realigning with your heart and purpose, new wisdom found, spiritual teachings, sacrifice, and enlightenment. Flow with it. Divine wisdom spills forth in moments of deep flow. The Hangman is offering you the chance to look at something from a completely different perspective. When you let go of that thing that's got you stuck, you will make space for new insights and vantages to shift into place. Open your heart to the bigger plan, and you'll inadvertently tap into a whole new framework from which to see the world. Know that your path and your dream may look unfamiliar to you after you relinquish the need to direct the outcomes. Surrender to the will of the cosmos and realign with your life with its sacred patterns. So again, it goes back to that first card that Kristen was talking about, right? Like realigning with those sacred patterns. The universe already knows which life-altering lesson is the key to your happiness, and your higher self has so much wisdom for you when you intentionally pause to listen. I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine will of the cosmos. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's a bit redundant, but Spirit's really driving that message home today. But all that to say, at the bottom of the deck, there is the Queen of Cups, and then I will pass it on, okay? Because this is the ultimate divine feminine right here, like Queen of Cups, manifesting that perfect vision, but also holding the space for others to do the same. I feel I see that in this card for some reason. It's like just holding the field of the collective consciousness in a way. I don't know. So, sorry if I'm talking too much. I feel like I am. No, okay. I can't find the card real quick. Oh, here it is. Okay. So the Queen of Cups. Extremely intuitive, a highly attuned emotional intelligence, love and compassion, sensitivity, strength, empathy, leading with your heart, and healing. The Queen of Cups is one of the most intuitive characters of the tarot, floating in her dreamlike state of spiritual connection. She asks you how well your emotions have been serving you lately, and reminds you that you have the ability to connect on a much deeper level. Feel and accept your emotional intuition. Listen closely as a way to understand what is truly going on, and ensure that other people feel heard when you communicate with them. Devote time to their emotional cues and see the divine beauty in all of life's experiences. It takes both sun and shadow to make the ocean floor sparkle. In shadow, this card can indicate that you are out of touch with your emotions, or that you are suppressing your feelings while refusing to see the obvious. If you feel any insecurities around openly connecting with others, grow into a better partner by vulnerably sharing your own tender heart. My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. So that one kind of hits me as well, but I won't go into it. But the communication thing, I've been really doing some shadow work on that. So I'm passing the talking stick now.
I've been doing a lot of work around that part too. So it's not just you, it's our divine feminine collective that is currently working on that portion of things.
Yeah, do you remember 2 years ago when the Divine Feminine's heart burst open and exploded everywhere? And then we got our hearts a bit crushed along the way over the past few years. And then I think maybe some of us might have like closed our hearts back up and said, yeah, no, I'm good on that. Well, it's time to open our hearts back up again, guys. But this time, maybe not with so much bursting, but more controlled effort. I don't know. We'll see. I don't control how the universe opens my heart, but I am open to it opening, and that's where I'm at.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to share everything about these cards, but I did want to just share one little quick insight on the bottom of the deck. Once you refocus and once you do like all the things, look at all the things that are now going to be in reversed. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, no more confusion. 6 of Pentacles, no more lack of prosperity, no more illusions with the Moon card, no more feeling this 4 of Cups, no more being reversed Empress. You will be focusing on your heart's desire.
I love that.
I do have a card that flows off of that message.
Go for it.
So I have a time to rest a while, and this is Into Lonely Woods. So this is a really quick message. I'm going to read this one from the book too. It says, "The whole world is sleeping, and this is when some of your most sacred work is done. In dreams, in the cocoon you create as you separate from the exterior and enter deeply into the divine universe that dwells within you. Enough time has been spent out there. Now's the time to restore and regenerate, to recreate and reweave the inner world, that sanctuary, the memory palace and beautiful grove where all true healing takes place. While the world of nature is resting, you too must return to the deep for this phase of the cycle of life. Soon you will return, renewed, re-energized, and transformed. Till then, slumber and dream, sweet child of the blessed planet. So this intentional pause that we're taking with this Mercury retrograde, which literally ends as the year ends, it's specifically so that we can go into a really, really deep healing within ourselves, get rid of all those cobwebs, as Kristen mentioned earlier, and basically just leave behind all of the shadow work that we've been working through this year, because I know that we've all been doing a lot of heavy shadow work this year. So this is basically like the final push to get that last little bit of healing done so we can truly start fresh next year. So that's it.
I have 2 cards to flow directly off of that. I'm going to read from the book as well. And then I feel good on this space tonight. We've done great. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. A blessing to help you through a conflict that must be faced with courage and compassion for all involved. Battles in our lives are not always the way we have seen them depicted. They may not be a fight or a confrontation or a clash of swords swinging. Most of us do not want the battle. We want the peace. We want to talk and parlay with our way through the differences and the difficulties within our lives. Many times we may walk away knowing that the battle will bring more damage than we can face. And at other times we must walk through the fires of confrontation and go into a battle we did not want, but which can no longer be avoided. So this is a blessing on those who are to face a battle that they wished was not theirs to fight, but has become clear that they have no choice but to confront, to bring out their arms and to fight. It may be with the law, it may be with wits, it may be through speaking your truth, it may be through refusing to accept what another has determined is enough for you, and it may be a challenge or a condition or an injustice to a cruelty. Whatever the nature and form of the battle before you, accept now this blessing upon you for courage, for your reluctance to bring aggression into the world, for your refusal to run, for your determination to see the story through, and for the belief you now have in yourself and whatever cause it is that you now stand up for your warrior's heart, which is blessed with courage and strength, and for the feeling of fear, yet the ability to stand your ground, for the swinging of the sword and the raising of the shield, for the quiet and the chaos that you will find, and for the sacrifice you will make in order to see this through. You are blessed, and your warrior spirit is rising, and it is blessed, for you are not an aggressor or foolish conquester. You are a soul who will no longer run from what stands between you and the rest of your beautiful life. Blessed be. I also have a blessing for healing of injury or illness. A blessing to bring you all that will restore and revive you in your time of need. May the bloom of the heath blossom upon your pale cheek, and may the strength of the great old trees and beings begin to flow again through your veins. May the cells in your body begin to regenerate and turn over again and again until all that was not well is no longer resident within the holy form of your spirit has taken in this lifetime. May the urge to stand again, to laugh and to dance and to move and to smile into the eyes of strangers be yours. And let the healing come within the breath, so that within every intake, something of the great green world in the depth of the ocean frees you from ennui and lassitude. May you begin to rise from your bed refreshed and hopeful, and may the muscles of your body grow firm and long with good use. Let your hair shine and let your eyes sparkle, and the strong white bones of your body support your movements. May the nurturing time within the cave of healing have brought to you compassion for those who suffer, a deeper understanding of what it is like to be the outsider for a time, and a new appreciation of the perfection of form you have been born into. And if you are not the same as you were before the time of illness, let that part of yourself go. A focus now on the new beginning you are becoming, and bring this to birth through the support of your body. Allow any habits of thought or of the body that will not support the return of blessed health leave now, for they are not yours, and you are here to be seen and to be a part of the world. Let yourself make the very most of the blessings of your health. Be outside amongst the natural world. Breathe deep the mountain air and sing the song of your shining blood into the valleys and the meadows. You are as natural as the flower, as strong as the mental beneath the earth, and you will be reborn to yourself. When it comes, be joyful and know this blessing can be worked with and enjoyed for all the days of your life to come. Be well, dear soul, and help others to find their health too by being an example of that shining energy now and always. Blessed be. Blessed be to you, beautiful dear soul, for the path that you have yet to walk, and ease on the path that you have been until now. It takes a lot of courage to stand in the shoes that you stand in and to see your life with clarity. It takes a lot of self-love to keep showing up. And I just really believe in you to keep going and to keep finding whatever it is that motivates you and encourages you and inspires you. And I know it will come not necessarily with ease, but it will come in the exact way that it's meant to for you, for your path and for your divine purpose. So I feel complete with my messages for today. Does anybody else have any further messages they'd like to share or say?
No, I just want to say, wow, that those last blessings were really something. So I'm definitely gonna replay those back, and I feel like that would be a good thing to like listen to at the beginning of your day, even like if you could like just chop that reading part and make it into a video, like
You can. YouTube actually has a way that you can make clips from your videos now, so stay tuned.
that would be a good like mindset shift to get into to start off, especially in the beginning of the year with your new newfound motivation and healing. Yeah. But thank you for those messages. Everything was so on point tonight.
Very welcome. I'm going to take this moment as an opportunity to remind anybody who feels called to join us that we will be starting the 33 Days to Be challenge on January 1st up until February 2nd. It gives us 33 days to be ourselves in authenticity and to set some good intentions for the year. So this is not a fad like challenge for you to change a bunch of things about yourself. This is a 33 days for you to accept, love, and cherish who exactly you are, and how you need to do that will look different for everybody. But we will talk more about that later. Stay tuned. Thank you all so much for coming today. Also, this upcoming week, as Amanda mentioned, it is New Year's Sunday. So we should have a Sunday session at noon. Stay tuned in the Discord for more info on that, but we will have something going on. So otherwise, I'm going to send you all off with a namaste. This has been an absolutely beautiful space. I'm very grateful, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Okay, bye. Does anybody else have anything they want to say, or am I like okay?